All right, golf fans, it's been over a year since the PGA Tour and Saudi-backed LIV Golf dropped their shocking announcement of a merger. But guess what? We're still waiting on an actual deal to be signed, and it all comes down to one major issue: getting players to agree on who keeps the millions and millions of dollars. Here's the backstory. Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, or PIF, launched LIV Golf as a direct rival to the PGA Tour, and they didn't hold back, luring in some of the game's biggest stars like Phil Mickelson, Brooks Koepka, and Jon Rahm with jaw-dropping paychecks. But the move sparked a massive feud between LIV and the PGA. In June 2023, the two sides announced they'd reached a deal for a new commercial entity worth around $12 billion, with Saudi Arabia getting a stake in PGA Tour enterprises. But since then, talks have been slow. And one major issue: deciding how to reintegrate the players who left for LIV, and of course, the money involved. PGA board members like Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Adam Scott, and others have been pushing for terms that might force players like Jon Rahm to give back some of their LIV earnings. But spoiler alert, Rahm and the LIV players are not having it. Let's talk about Jon Rahm. The man reportedly signed a $300 million deal with LIV late last year, and just last weekend he picked up another cool $22 million after winning LIV Chicago and wrapping up the season title. So it's no surprise that Rahm, along with other LIV players, are refusing to agree to any terms that penalize them for making the jump from the PGA. Last week, reps from PIF and PGA Tour met in New York, trying to iron out the financial details. Sources say they're inching closer to an agreement, but it's not over yet. PGA players have floated ideas like making Rahm and others pay fines, donate to charity, or even forfeit future PGA Tour winning. But for Rahm and the LIV guys, those options are a hard pass. Another big issue, you'll never guess: getting PGA players to agree to play in LIV Golf events around the world. Traditionally, PGA Tour players have been reluctant to travel outside of North America, and with LIV tournaments happening globally, this is another sticking point in the negotiation. And let's not forget about Rory McIlroy. He's not only on the PGA board, but also a part of the selected negotiation team. He's been very vocal about his thoughts on LIV Golf, and he's not going to back down easily. Some are saying a deal could be struck soon, but others aren't so sure. There's still a real chance that these talks could fall apart, especially with LIV continuing to lure PGA stars with massive paychecks. And if that happens, we could see even more players jump ship to LIV, making this feud even more intense. Don't forget, the whole LIV versus PGA battle has already led to lawsuits and even an investigation by the U.S. Justice Department. The PGA has suspended players, while LIV has fought back, throwing cash at anyone willing to cross the line. And now, we're just waiting to see if this truce is really going to happen, or if the golf war continues. So where do we stand? PGA and LIV are trying to make this partnership work, but with hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, players like Rahm, Mickelson, and Koepka aren't about to give up their LIV future or fortunes. Meanwhile, traditional PGA players are pushing for a, quote, fair deal, and nobody knows how this is going to shake out. What do you think? Will we see Rahm and the LIV guys back on PGA Tour events? Will we see PGA Tour guys traveling with LIV in the near future? Or is this deal doomed to fail? Let us know in the comments. This is Fit for Golf. Peace.